Hi everyone, so I'm back with another video. This is going to be an Illumicrate haul. I say haul because not unboxing, because I have pre-unboxed all of these completely. Because there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 books. Did kind of like a group order for some of the re-releases and stuff they had on their website, and they all decided to just come at once. So I'm going to shift a little forward and just start with the stack. This is still going to be fully in depth though. So I have Some Desperate Glory by Emily Tesh. So it's a very shiny cover. Has reviews on the back. Galaxy sprayed edges. This is a really lovely looking book. So I'll read you the full synopsis. So it says, "While we live, the enemy shall fear us. We are what's left. We are what must survive." All her life, Kyra, I'm gonna go Kyra, has trained for the day she can avenge the destruction of planet Earth. Raised on the Gaia station alongside the last scraps of humanity, she is one of the best warriors of her generation. The sword of a dead planet. Then Command assigns her brother to certain death and relegates her to the nursery to bear sons. And she knows she must take humanity's revenge into her own hands. Alongside her brother's brilliant but seditious friend and a lonely captive alien, Kyra must escape from everything she's ever known. If she succeeds, she will find a universe far more complicated than she was taught and far more wondrous than she could have ever imagined. It's a thrillingly told science fiction tale about the wreckage of war, the family you find and who you must become when every choice is stripped from you. It's a standalone space opera. I've never read a space opera. I haven't really read much sci-fi. So this is what Under the Dust Jacket looks like. The same quote that I read before. "While we live, the enemy shall fear us, and we are what's left, we are what must survive." Got some beautifully stunning end papers. I think they are different on both sides. They look lovely. It has some trigger warnings as well of sexist, homophobic, transphobic, racist and ableist attitudes, sexual assault including discussion of forced pregnancy, violence, child abuse, radicalisation as child abuse, genocide, suicidal ideation and suicide. Also has a signed book plate as well, which I put on the trigger warning page because I couldn't find any other space to put it. Does it have a dedication? Swear it did. Hang on. No. It just says, "I'd rather stand 3 times in the battle line than give birth to 1 child." I swear it did have a cool dedication, but oh well. It might have been one of the others. It's a really stunning book though. Is the first one. Second one is Voyage of the Damned by Francis White. This says on the back, "We can get murdered tomorrow, tonight we party." I love that. Got some, I don't even know what that is. Interesting pattern. Maybe it's coral. 12 magical blessings, 12 days at sea, 1 chance to stop a killer and save the world. For 1,000 years, Concordia has maintained peace between its provinces. To mark the incredible feat, the Emperor's ship embarks upon a 12-day voyage to the sacred goddess's mountain. Aboard are the heirs of the 12 provinces of Concordia, each graced with a unique secret magical ability known as a blessing. Except one, Ganymedes Pissarro, I think that's how you say that, Class clown, slacker, and all-round disappointment. When a beloved is murdered, everyone is a suspect. Stuck at sea and surrounded by powerful people, without a blessing to protect him, odds of survival are slim. But if the bodies pile higher, Gandamedes must become the hero he was not born to be. Can he unmask the killer and the blessing before this bloody crusade reaches the shores of Concordia? Or will the Empire as he knows fall? I've heard this is like a Agatha Christie kind of style. Comedy kind of. Silly, goofy murder mystery, which I really like the idea of. I love that fish. The end pages are the same front and back. But it does have some stunning maps on the inside. It's like map filled. It is also signed. Was this the one with the dedication? Oh yeah, for everyone who has ever entered a room and felt like they did not belong. That was the dedication that I was thinking of. Of course it was in some desperate glory. So it has the same map of the ship. Then it has like the providences. This is hard to show, hang on. There we go. Like the United Empire. And then, yeah, it has those, which is really neat. She's a creative writing and English literature graduate. That's pretty neat. I was actually very good at English literature in high school. I got the highest grade in Romeo and Juliet. Hence why I am the Shakespeare nerd I am today. I got one of the Evernights. I am subscribed to Evernight. I wasn't when this came out though. Murder Road by Simone St. James. This is really cool. I really like this. And that tree. Very pink. It kind of matches my hair because the red is kind of like wearing out now. Still red-ish. So this was the featured book for April of 2024. So, July 1995. April and Eddie have taken a wrong turn. They're looking for a small resort town where they plan to spend their honeymoon. When they spot what appears to be a lone hitchhiker along the deserted road, they stop to help. But not long after the hitchhiker gets into the car, they see blood seeping from her jacket and a truck barreling down the Atticus line behind after them. When the hitchhiker dies at the local hospital, April and Eddie find themselves in the crosshairs of the Cold Lake Falls police. Unexplained murders have been happening alongside Atticus line for years, and the cops finally have two witnesses who easily become their only suspects. As April and Eddie start digging into the history of the town and that horrible stretch of road to clear their names, they soon learn that something supernatural is at work, something that could not only tear down the town and its dark secret apart, but April and Eddie down with it. So those are the artists on the back as well. It's a very, very beautiful cover. It's a different synopsis slightly on the inside, but we'll go with that one. I think these are all written by women. I think it's all female. Pink on top. I love this Cold Lake Falls kind of map. Very scrapbooky on the inside. Signed again. Some different pictures on this side. I'm actually quite excited to read this. The only one I haven't read that I actually own from Evernight is the Academy of Liars. I've read the others, but obviously the one that's coming this month. So it's not too bad. I think that's the only one that I haven't read. Yeah, and I haven't read the sci-fi one from, but that was last month. I don't remember. I get that many books. Last Night at the Telegraph Club. This is by Melinda Lowe. I've got 2 of hers in this. So this is about a 17-year-old Lily who can't remember exactly when the feeling took root. That kind of rhymes. That desire to look, to move closer, to touch. Whenever it started growing, it definitely bloomed the moment she and Kathleen Miller walked under the flashing neon light sign of a lesbian bar called the Telegraph Club. And suddenly everything seemed possible. But America in 1954 is not a safe place for 2 girls to fall in love, especially not in Chinatown. Red Scare paranoia threatens everyone, including Chinese Americans like Lily. With deportation looming over her father, despite his hard-won citizenship, Lily and Kath risk everything to let their love see the light of day. So pretty. So she, the author is actually, I believe, American Chinese. So on the front it says, "Haven't you ever wondered what it would be like to have nothing keeping you attached to the ground?" This is making the camera go really weird. So I hope you can see that. The sprayed edges are like the ombre effect, which is much nicer than the Ones We Burn, I think it was. That's one end page. Because that looks really ugly, spread edged. It's nice. Yeah, the Ones We Burn has like this weird ombre effect. It doesn't look nice. Signed. To all the butchers and femmes, past, present and future. That's the dedication. It's a nice one, that, actually. I don't read much sapphic stuff. I read a lot of male stuff, but bisexual kind of things, but I don't actually read much sapphic stuff, so this will be an adventure. And the sequel, I think, to that is A Scatter of Light by the same author. It's really nice. Again with the ombre effect. So this is Aria Tang West was looking forward to the summer with her best friends. One last round of sand and sun before college, but after graduation, the graduation party goes wrong. Her parents exile her to California to stay with her grandmother, who's an artist. She expects boredom, but what she finds is Steph Nicholas, her grandmother's gardener. Sounds a bit weird. She's second-guessing who she is and who she wants to be, and a summer that once seems lost becomes unforgettable. It's a kind of summer that changes a life forever. The art is greater than you and your feelings. You have to serve it. So again, sapphic. I hope that's the right term for lesbian books. See, I don't venture in this corner. At all. I've got some lovely end papers. But I'm actually excited to read these and see what they're like. They are more literary fiction. Than I'm used to. Again, signed, but in blue this time. So, and I don't even venture in that kind of side of things either. So, I'm looking forward to going on a few adventures with these books. Man, though, these are horror, sci-fi, literary fiction. This one I can't actually tell you much about. The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. Because this doesn't have a synopsis in it. I can tell you it's about the Spanish Golden Age. It's compelling and complicated. Wry, uncanny and original and engrossing. Spiraling helix of a story. Gut-wrenching and deeply human. Readers apparently will be wowed. It's got the dark sides of magic and human nature. Vivid, intelligent and funny with complex characters. There you go. I can't really tell you much more. I can show you the book though. A change of scene, a change of fortune. This looks like this belongs in an antique bookshop. Got some character art though. It's an absolutely stunning book. Gilded edges. I have a few books of gilded edges now. It is not signed. I own everything apart from Language of Thorns and The Lives of Saints. Now by Leigh Bardugo, so I'm quite impressed. I have only read Hellbent and Ninth House though, so that's not impressive. And then the last one, The Last Hours Between Worlds by Melissa Caruso. So a star, I forgot to show you. Look at those edges. Now we'll start. A star investigator and her rival journey through layers of reality to save the world as they know it. In this whip-smart adventure fantasy packed full of reality-bending, magic, sapphic romance. I'm going to assume that I got it right then. And tantalising mystery. Kemble Thorne is spending a precious few hours away from her newborn, and she's determined to enjoy herself at the year-turning ball. But when guests start dropping dead, Kem has no choice but to get to work. She's a member of the Guild of Hounds, after all, and she can't help picking up the scent of trouble, especially when her professional and personal nemesis, notorious cat burglar Rika Nonsuch. What are these names? What? Rika Nonsuch? Unless I'm butchering that, these are weird-ass names. Is also on the prowl. At the heart of the mayhem is mystery, the clock that sends the ballroom down in strange and otherworldly new layers of reality every time it chimes. As the party plunges through the increasingly dangerous version of their city, Kem will have to rely on her wits and Rika to unravel the mystery of the catastrophe that unleashed upon their world. Some of these fantasy names, I just can't. Love, what is with your life? So you got an MFA, she's got an MFA in fiction. And, she's spent her whole life creating imaginary worlds in addition of, she's a LARPer. Oh, that might be the reason why the name is weird. Interesting. This kind of gives me like the clock in Stranger Things, or like Hugo, or I don't know, a bit of Labyrinth in there. A bit of Labyrinth. Though that is giving me Doctor Who Clockwork People vibes. And that creeps the shit out of me. I don't like masquerade masks. I don't. They horrify me. Yeah. Cool wraparound, but horrifying at the same time. It's also signed. Oh, it's also stuck together. Signed. Watching you grow. This is to. I'm assuming this is to her daughter. Watching you grow from a small potato-shaped human. Okay. I can see I would actually get along quite well with Melissa. Ooh, I like her. I do like her, but I like her stabby object. Her dagger. I think I am going to really like this. She wrote this in 2019. Or rather started writing this in 2019. Ooh! It's a series. See, this is the thing, I get excited because this is a series, but then we'll get to book 2. And I won't have read this. But yes. So that is all of them. I am not picking them up like booktubers do, because I will drop them on my head. I haven't got that strength. So I hope you enjoyed this Illumicrate haul, and I will see you next time. More than likely with April 2025's Evernight box, which really I should have waited, but or a Doctor Who unboxing. One or the other. Depending on which comes first. In the order. It'll be one or the other. Anyway, bye.